Why, hello there. It seems like you're not doing quite well today. Can you tell me a little bit as to what's going on? Okay. All right. Yeah. Right. You feel constantly on edge. Okay. Shortness of breath. Right. Okay. And what else? You feel a little dizzy, a little disoriented. Okay. And when do these spells typically happen? When you stand up? Okay. Interesting. Right. Are there any other symptoms to notice? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, totally. Okay, your body hurts. Right. Right. And you feel like you're in pure agony all of the time. Of course. Right. Oh, what has your experience been with other doctors and nurses? They don't listen to you. They just dismiss you. Oh. It can sometimes be very taxing to work in a hospital where there's screams everywhere, and it's kind of like an unsanctioned insane asylum. Pesky little opinions. Okay. So, I think according to the symptoms that you listed, I have a pretty good gauge as to how to examine what might be going on. Is there anything else that you might want to add on to this list? Okay, well, let's begin then. Alrighty then. I'm just going to give you a good little check. Can you take a deep breath in for me? Yeah, just take a deep breath in. Can it just... Okay, and then can you take another deep breath in for me? Okay, right. Yeah, I'm gonna check the back actually over here. Can you take another deep breath in? Okay, and another one? Right, okay. Yeah, I noticed that your breath is a little bit labored, just a little bit. Can you tell me a little bit about your habits? Do you happen to be a smoker? Not just cigarettes, including any other substances, including non-natural substances, anything where you are inhaling anything other than air. Breathe air. Okay, yeah, no, totally, yeah. Yeah, no, vaping definitely will harm your lungs, and it'll definitely have pretty harsh consequences. I don't know how it'll compare with cigarettes, just because there's no like data or research on the subject, just like there wasn't really that much research or data on cigarettes at the turn of the millennia last century. It really is just a quirky thing how things just recycle and happen again and again and again. Nonetheless, yeah, so vaping will have negative consequences on your lungs. It's kind of like hookah. I think hookah is worse than cigarettes because you're kind of taking in, I think it was like 3 times the amount of chemicals than cigarettes. Likewise, any Mary Jane, the wacky tobacco, that'll also hurt your lungs if you're smoking it, and it'll also hurt your circulatory system no matter how you take it, because it'll slow your heartbeat, it'll slow your cardiovascular system to a point where you might develop some cardiac issues. So yeah, if you're partaking in any of those substances, it might explain the lethargy, and it might explain the shortness of breath. Okay, let me just note that down right there. Okay, interesting, right? What was that? It's just speculated that there's symptoms to Mary Jane. Yeah, that's what a lot of like stoners say. But at the same time, they're stoned, so they're not necessarily a conduit of accurate information, more so just 27 layers of their own circulatory thought. It's like their thoughts are like air-conditioned words trapped inside of their head over a winter without any spring cleaning, really. That's why their eyes tend to be a little bit distant. It's not necessarily the best thing to listen to them. Okay, there we go. Right. Oh, so let's begin with the next step. What does your diet look like? Right. Tell me, does this look familiar to you? Yeah. Does it look familiar? Yeah. So, I'm going to ask you another question, actually. Does this look familiar to you? Water? Water. Pure water. Right from the sink. Does it look familiar to you? Uh-huh. Okay. Well, the rule of thumb, right? The rule of thumb is that you are supposed to be drinking half your body weight in water, not fluids, water. Coke is literally cancer. Not only that, but it's also terrible for the environment in other countries. And so it's best to just avoid things that'll poison your body and poison other places in the world. It's the easiest thing that you can do to take care of yourself. So I would highly recommend. How much do you weigh? Okay. Divide that by half. That's how many fluid ounces you're supposed to drink. This is 16.9 fluid ounces. Typically, water bottles are around 16 fluid ounces, the full water bottle. If you don't like using plastic, that's unfortunate. Plastic is literally everywhere. It just is what it is. That being said, you can always just use a reusable water bottle. It'll have the fluid milliliter scale right there on the side of it. Once again, just about half of your body weight in water. If you exercise or if you sweat a lot or if you do anything, you're going to need to uptake your liquids or fluids. That'll keep you from prematurely aging. It'll keep you from wasting away. It'll really fuel all of the organs inside of your body, including your noggin, your little brain. Your brain needs water to continue functioning properly. Okay, so we need to amp up your water intake. Very good. Cut out the sugary drinks completely. The next time I see you, if you're still drinking sugary drinks, you're essentially just burning your own money, hearing the same advice. Cut out all sugary drinks. Okay? And as for any drinks that are not water, I want you to look at the nutrient ingredients inside of it. I want you to see if there's any names that you don't recognize. Yeah, there shouldn't be anything that you don't recognize as an ingredient inside of the drink. Pure water. What was that? I would not consider Welch's to necessarily be the best substitute for anything either. It's sugary. It's kind of like a soda as well. Like, not too much because it's not like carbonated, but like it's gonna kind of erode your system. Like, your brain doesn't need high fructose corn syrup. There's a reason why there was PBS commercial saying, well, avoid high fructose corn syrup. This program was brought by viewers like you. Thank you. And now it's different. Arthur, what happened? My favorite armadillo. Okay, so let me just do a little bit of an exam. We're going to do a little bit of a checkup. Let's see. Let's check out your little reflexes real quick. I'm going to ask you to just stretch out your arms for me. Don't worry. I'm going to use it very gently. I'm going to use it very, very delicately. I want you to outstretch your arms for me. Thank you. I'm just going to ask you to keep it nice and stiff for me. I'm just going to do a little tap and another one. Okay, very good. Now onto this arm. Outstretch it for me. Very good. Tap and tap. Very good. Okay. Now, I'm going to be doing it onto your knees. So just stay very still for me. Gonna give it a little tap right there and a little tap right there. Okay, very good. Now I'm gonna do a little check in your eyes and your ears. I'm going to ask you to keep looking forward. I want you to look right here on this flowery moon. Yeah, just keep your eyes on this flowery moon for me, please. Keep looking at it. I'm going to just go in and check your eyes. Okay. No, yeah. Your eyes are a little bit reddened, like the veins inside of your eyes are a little bit red. That could indicate the fact that you are having some pressure build up inside of your eyes and also dehydration as well. I'm going to look into the other eye. Keep looking forward. Would you say you have purpose in your life? Would you say that you are fulfilled? Okay. All right. I'm going to be checking your ears real quick. That's actually a great indication of health as well, both physical and emotional. As having a purpose in life that is conducive to life. I'm going to just check this ear right here as well. Very good. Stay still. Keep looking at the moon for me, please. Very good. Okay. I'm going to just do a little bit of a cleanup when it comes to your ears. They were a little bit congested. What's your personal self-care habits looking like? Self-care doesn't mean consumerism. That's a notion that's been taken wildly overboard. Self-care means doing things that gratify the soul and the health and the body and the mind. That's self-care. It costs nothing at all. Taking a stroll costs nothing. Going for a bike ride can cost you the cost of a bike, but my bike cost like $40. It was good. It was really nice. Good deal. It could really be anything, and that's going to be very healthy. I mean, the price for, let's say, streaming services, or let's say any service, honestly, even if it's free, it'll cost you more than you think. So perhaps engaging with nature and life might be a little bit more practical for your health physically to improve. So stay very still for me. Okay. And now for the other ear. Okay, let's see. We actually use these on the babies. It's like, for the mucus, it's just like, and then it blows out all of the mucus inside of their nose. It's rare when I have to use it on an adult, but it's been becoming more and more of a habit. Unfortunately, a lot of adults have been raised in a new age where they don't understand what adulthood looks like anymore. And now they delight in the idea that they can remain permanently in their youth, when in reality there's a responsibility that you owe younger people as you get older, which is to provide an example and guide them better to a more healthy and productive state in life, as opposed to normalizing pain that they then fall into and get confused within and distort within. Nonetheless, I'm not going to be prescribing you anything because you're perfectly healthy. Just amp up the water intake, cut out the sugary foods, do a lovely little afternoon stroll whenever you can. Really engage with the nature around you, really be present with that. That'll really bring back some of the nice nostalgia from your youth. And yeah, cut out any smoking, cut it out, all of it. There's no excuse, all of it, cut it all out. Your lungs will thank you. The sleep apnea machine will definitely be annoyed because you won't get it. Snoring will go away. Your lungs will start to, take care of themselves. Yeah, cut it out. Nonetheless, I think that covers everything. Unless you have any further comments, concerns, or queries. No? Okay, well, excellent in that case. I hope you do take care, and I hope that everything works out for you. And once again, if you don't resolve these issues the next time you return, then you are going to be wasting your own money, knowing that there is a healthy way to live and you're just choosing not to take it when it's well within your grasp. Okay? Bye-bye now.